Well, it's been difficult. As we went through the process, and if you think about what it takes to make a bottle of wine, as I said, we just released last year our 2016 vintage. Well, that process actually started earlier than that. In 2015 is when we started the winery itself. Had the first harvest in 2016 and didn't release that wine until 2018. So there's a couple of year time span when all you have are expenses. There's nothing that's coming in. And I would go around and talk to different restaurants and stores. Will you carry the product? And everybody would say, oh, sure, we're going to do that for you. But when push comes to shove and you show up with the case in hand and say, hey, can you sell my wine here for you? Oftentimes that story has changed. So price competition and just the proliferation of wine that's on the market. Those are the things that you've got to overcome. And, we've done a pretty good job of it, but we need to do better.
Well, Steve, getting into this and knowing those obstacles, you obviously had to think, hey, I can offer something different, something better. It was that kind of your mindset going in? It had to be, right?
Yeah, well, it was. In fact, that's why we started off with doing an old vine Zinfandel. My original partner and I both love Zinfandel. It's my favorite wine. And we had noticed over the years that there had been frankly, a deterioration of the quality of old vine Zinfandel that was coming on the market. The Zinfandel, the old vine Zinfandel, I should say, as you're probably aware, is a very expensive grape, vineyard to maintain, very low yielding, high labor costs, things on that order. And so because Zinfandel had gained so much popularity, there was a lot of new Zinfandel that was planted. And those produce great wines, but it's a different complexity than an old vine Zinfandel. So many of the old vine Zin vineyards have been pulled and replaced with other vines or other crops, and we wanted to produce a premium Zinfandel. So that's what we've done, and I'll put our old vine Zinfandel up against anybody's. We take great care in it, but again, you've got the market out there that you've got to compete with, and an average consumer goes in and sees, hey, I can buy this bottle for $28, or I can buy this other one over here for $12, and oftentimes that $12 bottle is going to win.